Are you ready for some big-time small school boys hoops action? Because you might want to buckle up for some electric hardwood round ball between the number 3 team in the state and a squad needing a win to keep their conference championship hopes alive. It's Undefeated Western Reserve rough riding into the MAC for a clash with the piping hot Eagles looking to soar to a win. And it's all streaming live and free from Monroeville. Next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more.
Somebody else.
Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
It's nice having that one-on-one connection with each one of your instructors because the class sizes are so small. You can have conversations and understand things better. They know you by name and not just by a seat in the classroom. North Central is giving me the opportunity to be able to have the same education as it would be going to that 4-year, but I can do it at home and I can stay home and still be a mom and work full-time.
'Twas the night before Super Bowl, and I'm back. Montana and Rice relived their old glory, adding Doritos to the Super Bowl story.
Hey guys, can I play too? No cowboys allowed in here.
Eli and Peyton are up throwing football, snacking on Lays and destroying them walls.
Hey, what are you doing?
When up in the attic, there arose such a clatter, Brash on bed is snack table to shatter.
Oh, nachos.
So happy Super Bowl to all, and don't forget the chips.
You're wrong.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
mega monster matchup tonight inside of the MAC. State number 3, undefeated Western Reserve is in the house, taking on the top Firelands Conference contender in Monroeville, who has been spicy hot here as of late. Great matchup on the way, and we're going to be on the call every inch for the evening.
Live and free.
My name is Brian Skorotsky. I got Travis Berardi with me here tonight. And, I mean, this game, it's got more juice than an Orange Julius tonight, Travis. There's a lot of storylines that are going to be talked about throughout this evening. And, of course, the winner could be a team that clinches an outright championship or a team that gets one step closer to staying in the mix.
You got Division III, number 3 Western Reserve coming on in here to take on a very hot Monroeville squad. I believe has won 9 of their last 10 contests. Looking to play spoiler as Western Reserve. We saw live and free a few nights ago defeat South Central to get a share of the conference. Now a big test in Monroeville.
They need a W, though, to stay in the league race. Haven't been enjoying a lot of success against this Western Reserve squad here as of late, but then again, nobody has, Travis. The Rough Riders have been flat out phenomenal under the tutelage of Chris Sheldon. Now 20 years on the JOB, and he's got a gritty bunch yet again. No surprise. They've picked up right where they left off a season ago, and this is a team that no superstars, just a bunch of supercharged motors.
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier in the Country Roads ranking. Speaking of number 2 versus number 4 tonight in the Country Roads ranking, so a lot's going to change there. But this is a squad that you're not going to see in our stat leaders a lot because they're so balanced. There's so many guys that can put 10, 11 points up, get 5, 6 rebounds a night, that they're not going to show up as one of the leaders because they are a team. They play team ball. They play 110%. They play physical all the time, and it's not just 1 or 2. It's everybody.
One kid who's been a big part of the mix here all season long for them that doesn't get talked about, won't necessarily have a ton of newspaper headlines, but that is Carson Rowe. He was our MVP the other night when they capped off clinching at least a share of the Firelands Conference, and I would compare him to like a slider burger. He's not that big, but he fills you up.
You would talk about food tonight. I'm starving. But no, he's just another one of those key producers that gets 5, 6 rebounds on the team, but he also does it on the offensive, and that's what makes him so impressive, the offensive ability to get those rebounds, because this is a Western Reserve squad. They'll chuck up a lot of threes. They're not great at shooting the three, but what they do is they get offensive rebounds off of that and putbacks, which helps the offense out.
And for Monroeville, I would liken them to Sylvester Stallone in the opening scene of Cliffhanger. They still got a grip, Travis. They're hanging on the ledge, but they need that dub to stay in the league title race. As you see here, they do have 2 pretty potent scorers, averaging a combined 37 points per game, that being Roeder and Klingman, and 11 of their 16 victories, as the graphic will indicate, have come by double figures.
I have been waiting to come do this game because I want to see what Isaac Roeder can do in person. He is impressed so far. Top 10 in scoring, top 10 in rebounds in our stat leaders pages, and I've heard such good things about him. Does he have the ability to knock off number 3 tonight?
We're going to talk more about the Fireland Conference leading scorer in a minute, but first, definitely got to pause and stand and take in what is the greatest country in the world. Star Spangled Banner time. Just nothing better than our country's national anthem, man. That is good stuff.
And a great job by the Monroeville Pep Band. And might I add, the atmosphere is electric tonight. We got a packed house. Student sections are packed. Across the way right by us, you have the Western Reserve student section about 7 rows deep, and then the whole baseline down here on Monroeville's end, nothing but students, and they got the makeshift desk and got the ESPN. They're trying to go up against us tonight, Ski. They're looking good, though.
Plenty of competition here in the building, but none stands taller so far this season than this gentleman, Isaac Roeder, the all-time leading scorer in Monroeville history. And guess what? He did that last season.
Yeah.
Became the greatest of all time here at the school. So this is just all icing on the cake this year, and 21.1, that's a ton of frosting.
That's a lot. And I just said before the anthem, I am looking forward to see what he can do tonight against one of the best in the state, because Monroeville, they can even keep it close, get some momentum. They're a 4 seed in their Willard district. They have the opportunity to make it possibly to a district championship game or even further, but they have some tough competition there as well.
The competition doesn't get much tougher than what is standing in front of them here tonight. Western Reserve, so balanced, so good, so efficient, so much energy. What's the key for them tonight, Travis?
For Western Reserve, it's maintain balance. We saw that against South Central. South Central gave them a very tough test at home, but what they were able to do is stay balanced. They had 4 or 5, I believe, in double figures, or at least over 8 points in that game. And that's what makes them so lethal, is you can't double just 1 or 2 players. You have to guard all of them straight up, because any of them can score at any point of the game.
That's what makes them so dangerous, as you alluded to. You're just never really sure where the points are going to come from, but one thing is always consistent, and that's that they got gas in the tank. It's overflowing. It's like they filled up and they didn't know when to stop. It's just constantly bursting with energy. They get guys in and out of the lineup. Chris Sheldon goes to his bench early, often. They go about 8 deep, and they're just consistently giving 129% effort. I love what you see from these guys. And the guy who runs the show for them, their senior point guard, Jude Munns, 12.2 points per game. That leads the team, but he leads the team in every statistical category.
And another player to watch for, Chris Buchanan. He had, I believe, 8-10 points in that first half against South Central, and he did it off the bench. One of those players that can get you 10 points a night, but he comes off the bench. Like you said, stay gassed. They have those players that could be starters on other teams, but they're on the bench here because there are so many good players on this squad.
And for Monroeville, getting a win here tonight, you just got to bring your shine box. What does that mean? Hey, any of you guys seen the classic movie Goodfellas? Then you do know that's the Joe Pesci syndrome. Don't let anybody come in here and push you around. Not on your home floor, Travis. Bring your shine box. Be ready to put in the work and the effort needed to get the dub. Anything that's necessary.
And I appreciate you giving us a PG version of that tonight. Mine play through the big 2. Isaac Roeder, Jimmy Klingman, and the Firelands Conference stats that we were received today. Top 2 in scoring, 37.3 points per game. If they can have good nights and maybe get somebody else to help out, get that balance that Western Reserve has, we're going to be in for quite the battle this evening.
Here are the starters for Western Reserve tonight. Hankins is in the middle next to Matt Jarrett, Carson Rowe, Jacob Jarrett on the perimeter along with Munns. A lot of guys that do many different things, such versatility, a lot of gifted athletes for Western Reserve. That's why they are 17-0. Yeah, can you hear that?
Just take it down to the court for the lineup.
Yeah, this is a fun, packed house tonight. So there you are, folks, the starting lineups for both sides. They are laced up, ready for boys high school basketball action. None bigger than this one tonight in the Firelands Conference.
Tournament-like atmosphere, and we're still in the regular season. A conference champion could be crowned here momentarily. 32 minutes away, actually, of basketball time, but can Western Reserve be outright champions for a 5th year in a row, or can Monroeville stay alive?
Tip's going to be long to the Eagles. They'll have the basketball, and I got to give a huge shout out to the Monroeville Athletic Boosters, are sponsoring everything tonight except for our commercial breaks. They are the reason that we are in the house inside of the MAC tonight. So thank you, Stacy, for sponsoring us and bringing us here, because this is fantastic.
This is a great atmosphere, a great venue as well to watch high school basketball. And also, at halftime, they're going to be unveiling the banner for the state Final Four volleyball squad. You saw their run right here on the OH.Report.
Sure.
Was able to see some of the players earlier, and they're excited for that, so stay tuned at halftime. We'll show you the unveiling of the state Final Four banner. Saw Kendra Snook, the head coach, as well. Said hello to her a little bit ago. Excited to have us here once again as well.
Still looking for our first shot of the evening as the double team comes. Great look by Roeder inside, but Burrows unable to get it off. Hankins with the interception, fumbled it. Dish off Munns. How about the pass to Rowe?
Selfless basketball. Monroeville could have had the extra pass on their end, got a better look. But Western Reserve, they do take that extra pass. They lead 2-0.
Stay wide, stay wide, stay wide.
Jarrett guarding out top. Quick hands down to the floor, got the tie up. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Riders. Off to a great start here. Couple of turnovers.
We saw this in the game against South Central. They are a physical team, especially inside the paint. They're not going to give up any easy looks, and they're going to force you to make a play. And they forced 2 turnovers in 2 possessions.
Three by Munns, came up just a bit short. And it's going to be one and done. Schaefer skying for the board.
And Carson Rowe immediately right back on Roeder. Forces the ball back out of bounds and will allow Western Reserve to set up their full court man-to-man.
See, they got a double team on Isaac. He's still calling for it and gets the rock. Rowe's going to pick him up full court.
Roeder, a fan of the OH.Report as well.
And here he is, pull-up jumper just beyond the foul line, knocks things up.
Such a sweet shooting motion with a hand in his face.
Reserve works it around to Hankins. All 3 of those.
And once again, Western Reserve, they will shoot the 3, especially if they're open. Anybody will, because they have that ability to get the offensive rebound as well.
See, obviously they're going to be throwing a double team at Isaac every time he tries to penetrate down the lane. Got an open shot for a teammate, couldn't bury it. Now Jude, shake and bake, got fouled. Whew. It's going to be Ian Schaefer picking up the personal. Look at this.
Oh,
Dude's
behind
crazy.
the back. Ian Schaefer called for his first foul.
Rowe hands off Jarrett from the elbow. Nothing but butter.
Got a foul against Western Reserve, but 3 field goals made by Western. 3 separate players that did it.
And I thought maybe Roeder got away with a moving screen there. So I think he was kind of lucky that the foul ended up going against Rowe, who forces the turnover. Isaac shaking his head.
Referee saying right there, yeah.
Rough Riders looking to extend their 5-point advantage. Jude turns the corner. Hankins going to try it again.
Monroeville has numbers. but they ended up staying wide there, so nothing doing.
Step back Jay from the elbow, bottoms up for Klingman.
Wow, that's 2 tough shots by both Roeder and Klingman, and they make it look easy.
Jacob Jarrett, a couple of bounces, now out to his twin brother. Matt trying to go to work off the drive. And that's the beauty of this Western Reserve offense. They spread you out 5 wide on the perimeter, everybody capable of getting to the 10.
And they're not afraid to take it either.
A lot of moxie, tons of confidence brimming with this squad. And a lot of hair. Look at all the salad out there for Western Reserve. As the offensive board pulled down by Burrows. See if they can turn it into some second chance points. They'll at least get a clean look at 3. Nothing doing. Roeder to the 3rd level. Sky high.
Good positioning there by Roeder. 2 offensive rebounds on that possession for Monroeville. Back to a 3-point game.
Blow by off the bounce, Roeder. Excuse me, that was Klingman who met him at the rim. 3 ball on the way. Woo! And it's pure. Goodwin ties us all up at 9.
And 4.5 minutes in, it's already fun.
I tried to tell the viewers to buckle up, be ready. This isn't an ordinary basketball game. 2 high-level teams going toe-to-toe.
Oh, what a rebound.
And a good dish inside. Rowe knew what to do with it.
Western again cashing in on the offensive rebound.
Klingman with the pass and an acrobatic finish by Burrows.
Both sides, 4 players on the board already.
2-man game, Jude with the kick out. Back to him, clean look, straight away. And Roeder again goes to the second story for the rebound.
He just high points the ball.
Foul's gonna be, I think, on the shot. Take a look here at the offensive rebounds. Burrows, great block out. No question about it, he's heading to the free throw line. Ooh. Can't give the Eagles their first lead of the evening, but he'll get one more opportunity.
Oh, man.
Well off target with the second shot. Munns walks it in between the circles. Roeder picks him up. Here's Edwards, who just checked in, Aiden Edwards.
You're seeing Monroeville still have that help side defense, but they're a little bit further out because they know Western Reserve, they have a quick release on any shot they have behind around the perimeter, so they have to be right there. There's a charge.
Offensive foul. Jude Munns picks up his first. And that's big. He has the most minutes of any player on the team, as mentioned.
And you saw in the replay, lowered the shoulder. If he stays straight up, they probably don't call that.
Good looking feed. Would have been a tough shot for Burrows. Came off the back iron. Jarrett with a big board.
I think he was caught a little bit too far underneath the backboard because he tried to put that straight in instead of off the glass. Roeder with the steal.
Isaac. Around Munns in for the bucket. Monroeville leads 13-11. They're fired up. Timeout on the floor taken by Coach Sheldon. Western Reserve trying to mellow things out a little bit after they got off to a fireworks start. And now it's the Eagles taking the lead.
If I'm correct, this is an 11-2 run by Monroeville. And led by Isaac Roeder. 6 points already. He has a couple boards, a steal. And that is what Monroeville needed to do here. Keep it close, especially early on. Get some momentum. And they forced Chris Sheldon into his first time out of the game.
Yeah, just some pretty offense all the way around for the Eagles here to get right back into this contest. 90 seconds plus remaining here in this first quarter. It's been action-packed. Like some MMA fighters trading blows. Now Hankins, beautiful crossover. Swing it now to Jarrett. Edwards hangs in midair, took a bump. Loose ball. Last touch by Monroeville. Let's see this previous possession. Good looking take by the senior guard. And then Blake Schaub poked it out.
We got a hold inside. They're going to call against Western Reserve. They're going to say Carson Rowe wrapped his arm around kind of a hook. Maybe a little bit of it, but the referees called him for his second foul. 15th foul already against Western Reserve.
So Carson heads over to the bench. Chris Buchanan will spell him out, 6'3" junior. Here he is. Got the tough task of handling Isaac Roeder.
And he did a great job off the bench against South Central, as I said in the pregame, in the double figures on the night.
Roeder goes opposite the screen. Called for the double dribble.
Coach Paul Roeder of Monroeville right in front of me saying that. Where was the body check there?
If anything, I thought Isaac got away with a push-off.
Yeah, could have gone either way. They called the turnover instead of a foul on either guy.
Buchanan tried to squeeze one inside. And it's going to be another giveaway for the Rough Riders. Roeder likes the view from downtown.
Give him 9 points in the opening quarter.
Western's going to hold for the final shot. Edwards goes to work, 5-second skip pass. Munns from the corner, it's up. And good if it goes, but it won't be. Exciting first quarter of play here at the MAC. Sees the Eagles flying out in front by 5.
Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
It's nice having that one-on-one connection with each one of your instructors because the class sizes are so small. You can have conversations and understand things better. They know you by name and not just by a seat in the classroom. North Central is giving me the opportunity to be able to have the same education as it would be going to that 4-year, but I can do it at home and I can stay home and still be a mom and work full-time.
There's David Sheldon, younger brother of head coach Chris Sheldon of the Western Reserve Rough Riders.
And if you see he has the notebook out, he's here scouting purposes tonight.
Yeah, he's not showing love for Big Bro. I mean, a little bit of that, but we all know why he's really here. That one's off the back iron. It's been such a nice stretch here for Monroeville, and specifically this kid has been a monster, an animal. Roeder got the Rough Riders score by himself with 11.
First off, somehow was able to get the rebound through 3 defenders and then just muscled his way up, out-muscled 3 defenders to get the lay-in. And on the other end, Western Reserve turns it over for the 3rd time tonight.
Take a quick look at that replay.
Just watch the athleticism. Works around, spin move, buckets. were so close to the Monroeville bench. I actually took my headset off to listen to them in between quarters as Roeder hits again. But Jimmy Klingman calming his guys down. So let's keep this pace up. Let's keep the intensity up. We have them where we want them right now.
Hankins with a big answer at the other end. Needed that bucket.
Second three of the night for him.
Goodwin being harassed, so he gives it up. And we're going to get a travel, right? Up and down.
Looked like he was trying to draw the foul there, but Western Reserve just going straight up and down, and he couldn't do much with it.
One of the best defensive teams in the entire state of Ohio, Western Reserve. So good on the perimeter. And then once it goes inside, boy, they just suck down, make every shot tough. As Hankins tries to run from way deep. And they're actually going to say that his previous shot was a two-pointer.
Yep. Well, it's good for my scorebook that he hit another one from beyond, so I don't have to change anything. Oh, my. 16 points for Isaac Roeder in 10 minutes of game time.
Jude spinning Roeder, got a piece of his arm. That's going to be the first foul against Isaac.
It was a little, you saw his hand slap down. If he stays straight up and down, they don't call it, but that little motion, referees will always call that one.
And actually they've
now given him
changed
the three.
it because it was definitely a three.
Yeah.
But sometimes those home scoreboard operators not trying to give you the benefit of the doubt on the road, especially when you need a big-time win. And how about Munns coming up empty from the free throw line? Not usual for him. And that's more like what we're used to seeing from Burrows inside.
Second bucket of the game. And a steal.
Roeder pushing the break. Inside Burrows. Great up fake, got everyone in the air. 9-point lead, timeout.
Woo! Chris Sheldon calling the full timeout. Trying to calm his players down.
And how about that look from Roeder? So much attention being given to him, of course. Allowing things to open up for some other guys. Josh Burrows, the latest.
Burrows with 2 straight buckets after kind of struggling in that first quarter, Brian, missing a couple layups, but he's come out strong here in the second quarter and given Monroeville its largest lead of the night at 9. Burrows with 6, but, I mean, we have to talk about the play of Isaac Roeder so far. 16 points, around 5 or 6 rebounds. He has a couple steals. Big players show out in big games, and that's exactly what he has done so far. And on the other side of things, Monroeville doing very good defensively. They've held Munns the 1 point, Jarrett the 2, Rowe to 4. Hankins the only one really doing anything offensively with the 3 threes.
Tried to make it 4, couldn't capitalize that time. Schaub with the board. Goodwin backs it out. I think there was some miscommunication about what the play was supposed to be, but it's going to lead to a triple. Off target there from Klingman, and it'll roll out of bounds over to the Riders.
And Monroeville right now, they have to keep their foot on the gas because this Western Reserve squad, 9 points, that can be erased quick with the offense that they have.
Want to say what's up to Jory Skoronsky watching this amazing game from Mansfield.
I know her.
And Jeremy watching from Portage Lakes, Ohio. Love to hear from more of our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know how you're watching tonight, where you're at. I know exactly where Matt Jarrett is, getting to the bucket.
Yeah, it was a strong take to the hole for the bucket, and that's what Western Reserve is going to have to get back to doing, taking it strong to the hole, physical play inside, because right now Monroeville has really controlled the pace of this game.
You can see that Monroeville has a nice complement of ball handlers where the full court pressure for Western Reserve isn't bothering them like it has other teams that we've seen this season, but they do turn it over.
Yeah, they're looking for Roeder on the backdoor cut, but Western Reserve read it perfectly. The ball goes out of bounds.
It was almost executed to perfection. Jarrett willing.
Nice pass.
Dealing. No and one, but 2 free throws on the way for Buchanan.
And again, the extra pass nearly led to points.
Can you tell that the senior class has played about 1,000 minutes of basketball with one another?
Oh, yeah, they got that Wi-Fi going on. Just a perfect connection. Buchanan hits his first.
Such great feel for one another on the court, and the unselfishness, it speaks for itself.
And this team, they had that taste of the regional tournament for the first time in 50-plus years, and they knew that's going to be a tough foul on Munns for their 6th team foul, but they had that taste of regional tournament action last year. Despite losing 2 All-Ohioans, Coach Sheldon and company knew that they had the pieces that could possibly make a run if they played like a team, and they've done that so far. They've earned the number 2 seed in the Norwalk District. Only tough thing is David Sheldon, as we said, who's in attendance tonight, has the number 1 team in all Division III and the number 1 seed. I think that's blocked.
Yeah, I think that shot was actually just forced by Roeder. Just one of those trying to take the team on his back. He's done a pretty excellent job of that so far. But that's just a tough shot with Hankins all over him. He's got 16 of the 27 for the Eagles. Jude staying on the floor with the 2 fouls. As Jarrett goes to work, jump stop, left-handed bucket.
Timeout has worked for Western Reserve. Coach Sheldon taking that 60-second timeout. It calmed down Western Reserve, got them back into playing the basketball that's made them successful this season.
Burroughs lost the handle, had to go down to the floor. Coach Roeder wanted a TO, didn't get granted one. Now they're gonna lob it. Isaac. Jeez, that man just seems to hang a little bit longer than humans are supposed to.
I have to ask him at some point tonight what his vertical is, because it seems like he jumps out of the gym every time. That's gonna be a foul
on the floor. Isaac Roeder, a member of the Ohio Buckets AAU club. That's where I was introduced to him, and I told you I remember him as either a freshman or a sophomore, just at 6'2", playing center basically for that team. He's just built a little bit different, and he's an athlete that most don't know how to match up with because he's a true point guard. At the same time, he can play inside.
He's also one of the premier running backs in the Firelands Conference.
Big time 3 knocked down for the Riders. Buchanan delivers.
What did I say about Western Reserve scoring in bunches to get back into games?
That they like to. It's fun.
Just like that, it's a 2-point game.
Burroughs trying to change that. Edwards reaches back, Beckham style for the board. Open look, Jarrett. He's got friends in low places. Back-to-back buckets now for Buchanan. Back to even.
Now it's Monroeville calling a timeout. 9-0 run for the Rough Riders to tie it back up, but that last play, that last bucket by the Rough Riders Just what we've seen all season. Offensive rebound off the three-point attempt, put back bucket. And you don't see that from many teams anywhere where they complete the play 100%. Sometimes you'll see you take a shot and they're already back playing defense. No, this team will go right at the bucket, try to get that offensive rebound, and that's what's helped make them so successful.
They somehow do both effectively. Get back and slow you down so you can't get your transition game executed, and also crashing the boards. Not 100% sure how it all works out for it, but Western Reserve has found that mix, that formula.
Well, that also has to do with conditioning. If you're a well-conditioned team, you're able to run the floor like that.
I'll give you that.
I need to get back to doing that.
Getting Chris Sheldon's gym for a couple of weeks. Goodwin spins and called for the travel.
Maybe that's something we'll do next season in the OH.Report. We'll go attend a practice and go through the drills that they go through each day.
I'm definitely excited to get back to playing basketball, Travis, after my unfortunate scooter wreck broke both of my wrists. I'm almost at 80, 90%.
Nice pass.
And these guys executing at 110.
Chris Buchanan once again off the bench. 9 points in the second quarter.
Called for the reach-in foul. You'll take that when you're getting offense like this. Look at him moving without the basketball. Everybody else standing and watching, including Burrows.
Aiden Goodwin will go to the line, 1-and-1.
Rebound leaks its way into the hands of Jarrett. Pushes ahead now, Hankins.
We're going to reset.
And it's not likely, as we get a foul on the floor. But if you're Chris Sheldon, you can almost try to burn these last 44 seconds. Just make sure that you go into halftime with the lead after this amazing second quarter that we've seen over these last 3-4 minutes by them.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they can get a bucket off the inbounds, which they don't. So see if they'll run some time. Nope, I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Airmailed right into the hands of Isaac.
I understand your point, too. They had all the momentum back. They have the lead. But now Monroeville, if they can hit a bucket right before the break, that momentum kind of goes away.
Seems to be the message being sent to Klingman.
And Coach Sheldon motioning to his defender, don't start the count. We'll let them take this last shot.
Goodwin uncorks one in and out. Jarrett with the big board. And you hear Coach telling his club, especially Goodwin, we didn't need that shot.
Nope. There was a minute and a half left in the quarter, sure, but 10 seconds.
Jacob checks the clock down to 5 seconds. Jump stop. Poked away by Hankins. Flies in, and he'll get the bucket at the horn. Western Reserve dominating in quarter number 2. They've got the lead heading into the break. Exciting for this Firelands Conference showdown. Trying to take it, keep the pie all to themselves. Stick with us. We'll have the Monroeville Athletic Boosters halftime on the way. Stats analysis, and get you ready for a fun second half. It's all live and free, and it's exclusively on the OH.Report. Hi, I'm OH.Report founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH.Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
It's Freedom Fest Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more.
Somebody else
Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
It's nice having that one-on-one connection with each one of your instructors because the class sizes are so small. You can have conversations and understand things better. They know you by name and not just by a seat in the classroom. North Central is giving me the opportunity to be able to have the same education as it would be going to that 4-year, but I can do it at home and I can stay home and still be a mom and work full-time.
Twas the night before Super Bowl, and I'm back. Montana and Rice relived their old glory, adding Doritos to the Super Bowl story.
Hey guys, can I play too? No cowboys allowed in here.
Eli and Peyton are up throwing football, snacking on Lays and destroying them walls.
Hey, what are you doing?
When up in the attic, there arose such a clatter, Brash on bed is causing snack table to shatter.
Oh, nachos.
So happy Super Bowl to all, and don't forget the chips.
You're wrong.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime here inside of the MAC, where right now it's not about basketball. It's about volleyball and making state Final Four appearances, getting some cool, memorable, looks like some pins, and then they're going to be unveiling a banner, Monroeville, the Final Four team from the volleyball squad. Getting some love right now.
This was a great story to follow. You know, they lost a teammate, Delaney Giles, in the middle of the season. They played for her, 18 wins on the regular season. They knocked off state-ranked Buckeye Central. They beat St. Paul, a team that beat them in the regular season. And then they just ran right through the regional to get to Dayton in the state Final Four. It was a fun ride. It was an honor to follow them with the OH.Report, because I believe it was just a great story for them to, you know, play for a community, play for a fallen teammate, and well-deserved on a night like this, a game like this, to have their banner revealed in front of such a great crowd.
So we'll keep the action here with the ceremony for the volleyball team. And after they unveil the banner, we will unveil our halftime statistics for you folks.
State final four banner. Ladies, seniors, if you wouldn't mind doing the honor.
There's going to be the senior members of the volleyball team unveiling their new swag for the wall. And there it is. Locked into Monroeville lore that'll hang in the gym forever. Regional champ, state semifinalists in 2021.
That banner will stay up there for the rest of time. And these players will also be remembered right up there. This game has been worth remembering as well. Back and forth battle here at the half ski.
Yeah, this has been excellent. It's what we signed up for. It's why we reached out to Monroeville to see if they could get us here in the gym, and they've accommodated us beautifully down courtside, getting to take in two great teams toe-to-toe. Seems like so many punches have been thrown in this one. Counter punches typically following. Rough Riders got behind early. They've showed some championship hustle, swag here on the road as they're walking back here out on the court. And it looks like they're a confident team, as they have been all season long.
Well, I mean, they've had these tests before, yeah. Quite a few of their games, all but I believe 4 have been over 10-point games, but they also had some tough tests. Mapleton, they needed a late bucket there to beat them by 1. A couple other games, their first game of the year, they won by 1. So they have had some tests also, but they have been taking care of business at the same time.
Let's take a look at the halftime statistics brought to you by the Monroeville Athletic Boosters. 13 field goals each, Trav, and free throws missed by Monroeville. Basically the difference on the scoreboard right now. That's it.
Yeah, and it's crazy how the last few games that we have done, it has come down to free throws. In the game a couple nights ago, Northmore, they hit about 15 more free throws. They won. Last night, Loudonville, the girls, free throw shooting. And it just seems like in the big games, 2 evenly matched teams, it comes down to the charity stripe. Fouls 7-5, so nobody really in foul trouble. Schaefer for Monroeville with 2, Rowe and Munns with 2 for Western Reserve, so nobody really in foul trouble. Turnovers have been kept down. This has been a pretty clean played game thus far. Everything else even. This is worth the hour drive up here, worth the wait. Well worth the price of admission. A lot of worth.
The Monroeville Athletic Boosters would like to thank everyone for their continued support, and they're asking if you would please sign up to help at concessions. They are always looking for volunteers. Their annual booster reverse raffle is going to be on March 19th, so that's coming up. Please contact a booster office if you are interested in purchasing a ticket. Their annual golf outing. You can start thinking about golf already. This is nice with all that white blanket that we have outside. It's going to be at Woosicket Golf Course, being held on June 25th. More information still to come, and they are going to have a dueling piano event too at the
fun.
Rocking Horse Saloon, featuring T.N. Rich dueling pianos. That is not until November.
Oh,
so a lot of great things coming up for the Monroeville Athletic Boosters, and again, can't thank Stacy enough for putting this together and helping us out come up here for a great ball game.
Absolutely. I am extremely happy that they were so generous to, provide the sponsorship for us to be up here. But dueling pianos, Brian, that's something else. I know you and I looking to go to Vegas in March. That's something we got to put on the list, the dueling piano bar, because That's just fun to watch.
Such a fan of that. When two talented people go back and forth, and how about two talented teams squaring off here tonight? Quick bucket. Carson Rowe somehow got lost in the mix down on the block. Extends the lead out to 6.
Well, that was written up by a talented coach. Perfect play to come out of the break. Executed perfectly as well.
So Western Reserve strikes. The Eagles answer +1. Schaefer from downtown.
His first bucket.
Back to a single possession game. The Jarretts sharing the rock. Jacob went down to the floor to keep the possession alive. Looked like the Eagles were going to have it on a couple of occasions.
What a crossover.
And now Matt with the spin. Shot deflected. And it's going to be handled here by Monroeville. Goodwin, a 3-year letter winner, played a lot of varsity minutes already as a junior. But none more than this man, the most decorated player in Monroeville history. Got his pocket picked that time by Camden Hankins, who's left all alone from outside, and nothing but the bottom.
4th 3 of the night.
Counting for basically all of Camden's points. He's got a baker's dozen.
Can Monroeville have an answer here? Because it seems like Western Reserve's got that offensive prowess back.
Klingman skip pass. And that's the same shot, same spot, same result. Ian Schaefer nails it.
Well, there's the answer you need. 38-35.
Hankins
Heat
in and
check.
out. Roeder with the board, pushing ahead. Here comes Goodwin. Going to try to go right at Camden, and fouled on the floor on his way to the bucket.
This will be Hankins' second foul. I was thinking about this at the half, Brian. If Monroeville can stick around, keep this close, maybe pull off the upset against Western Reserve, it's going to tell a lot about them in the tournament, because Western Reserve, I believe, already defeated Margaretta, who happens to be the #1 seed in Monroeville's district, in the Willard district. So, you know, they can go up with the best here, gives them some momentum going into the tournament.
Shake, bake, trifecta, make for Isaac Roeder.
21 points, and did you see the rotation on the ball? Such a smooth shot went through the net.
Dude's already at his season average scoring as Jude tosses it out of bounds, and the Eagles starting to swing that momentum pendulum in their favor.
I don't know how many times I'm going to say this tonight, but man, this is fun.
Excellent night of basketball here on the OH Report, and our only live stream that's going down tonight. So viewers, tune in. It's the best show in town. Off the screen, Goodwin. Shuffle the shoes, huh?
One too many steps there. A lot of comments. So Alex Snyder watching from North Baltimore. Michael Smith watching from Milan. Lee Rawlinson, Luke Rawlinson, former Western Reserve All-Ohioan, watching from the campus of Cornerstone University in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
What up, Luke?
Kathy Ondas, Deb Henry, and Linda Pippert all watching along as well.
And I know it's like beating a dead horse, and especially when you're talking about the Rough Riders.
Pun intended.
Losing a guy like Rawlinson and John Scrata to be this good this season, nobody thought this was coming. I don't even think that Coach Sheldon could have pictured being the #3 team in the state heading into the second to last week of the season.
But, you know, that's when you play the best basketball, is to prove the doubters wrong. And a rare miss from the free throw line by Roeder.
Eagles 0 for 4 on the night, but he does sink that one. And it puts them back in front.
Brooklyn Rafferty, former Monroeville cheerleader, watching from Brooklyn Heights tonight.
Another foul on the floor off the penetration from Jarrett.
Burrow's second foul.
These Jarrett twins both have excellent crossover moves.
I was about to mention that, Brian. That it's what really gives him that distance. That's going to be a quick fourth foul now on Burrows. But it's that crossover that really gets that separation to allow him to take it to the hole and get those open looks. Jackie Marie watching from Columbus, Ohio.
Matt pulls the trigger on a three. And it'll be tipped out of bounds over to Monroeville. So they hold the Rough Riders to a one and done.
Go do it! Go do it! Go do it! Somebody go help! Okay, get out of there. Go out. Okay, get it, get wide. Let's go.
Monroeville able to withstand that momentum that Western Reserve had at the end of the half.
And now they're taking a 4.3. Blake Schaub raining one down.
7 threes on the night for Monroeville. They had a 4-point lead.
Shooting it great from beyond the arc right now. So is Hankins tonight. Missed his last two, though. And how about the leak out? Klingman missed it at the 10.
He felt footsteps and pushed it up a little too much.
Munns has been quiet offensively tonight. Still scoreless. Jarrett has been doing his thing, though. Spins that one home.
Just so successful when he just goes right at the bucket. Doesn't matter how many people are in front of him. He still finds a way to the hole.
Goodwin with the step back. Rowe close the distance. Now here's a three. Klingman again.
Hand in his face. And now players not named Roeder starting to get going offensively.
Munns is going to be fouled on the shot attempt. He's going to head to the free throw line looking for his first points of the evening. Just a good aggressive drive that time. Schaub moving his feet.
Melanie McQuillan watching from Tiffin while her daughter is practicing at Black Swamp Volleyball. Go Eagles. And Brett Robson watching from sunny Santa Monica, California. Ski.
Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely something that we haven't enjoyed much of here in the month of February is the sun. Just a whole lot of snow flurries. Some ice rain on the way tomorrow. Just a whole bucket of fun. 2 for 2 from the line. Send Jude for the double team on Isaac. Leads to an open three, front iron, tipped around, finally controlled. And it's going to be Buchanan giving off to Munns. Jude off the square.
You see him starting to force the issue to try and get a bucket.
Sometimes scorers have to do that. You have to see it go through the bottom, just like Roeder did there, but he's been doing it consistently all night long.
It doesn't matter if he's fading to the left, fading to the right, fading away. He still has that perfect shot to go through the net. And it's answered.
Speaking of perfect looking shots, Jarrett into double figures now. Roeder with an excellent find. Schaefer delivers.
Wow.
The Eagles continue to sizzle the bacon from outside tonight. Dropping bombs from beyond the arc, left and right. Edwards lost the handle on the way to the cup. Big possession here for the Eagles, up 6.
Absolutely. And Coach Roeder knows that he's going to call a timeout to set things up, but you just felt like if Monroeville can score here, the roof's going to be blown off of the MAC. Getting all that momentum back once again, they lead by 6. Rachel Klingman watching from Shawnee State University.
So we got a decent-sized college crowd tonight.
Pat Supon, shout out for the officials, like, excellent crew. Even give the refs some love.
Take a look at that last possession. Isaac Roeder dealing like a paper boy on the money, and so was the shot from Schaefer.
Well, when he starts hitting, when you're scoring 24 points, you tend to get that double team. He felt that, drove off to the right side in midair. Perfect pass for the open 3. And a big possession here from Monroeville. If they can extend this to 3 possessions right before the break, it could be huge for them. Corinne Schaefer watching from Monroeville with the kiddos as she recovers from knee surgery. Hopefully your recovery goes well. Thanks again for doing this for free and for our kids. It's our pleasure.
I'm having a great time.
I am having a blast.
Front row seat. I think this is my first time sitting courtside for a game this year.
Yeah.
Pretty nice view.
Absolutely. We'll see that up at Bowling Green, too, when we get to the regional time. But this is – I love the venue at the MAC. Great atmosphere. Perfect seats for us.
One of the coolest gyms that we get the privilege of calling games in.
Yeah,
no question.
Absolutely.
And as I look up at the top, I see some other coaches in the house. Steve Gray of Norwalk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. A lot of scouting.
Roeder with a kick out to the corner. Will he do it again? Guess what? He will.
How did that pass get through clean? I swear he threaded the needle on that. It went through right through the wickets of a Western Reserve defender, and it turns into 3.
Riders holding for the final shot of the third on the ropes right now. Needing to deliver a counter punch. Will it be Hankins? Not this time. Edwards skies +1. Boy, was this much needed for the Rough Riders. Aiden Edwards sneaking in behind the defense.
His first bucket of the day, and it's a big one for Western.
Can't cap off the three-point play. Good if it goes, and it's over the top. We are on the way to money time with the Eagles, looking to end one of the longest win streaks in the state. Stay with us.
Are you not entertained?
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
It's nice having that one-on-one connection with each one of your instructors because the class sizes are so small. You can have conversations and understand things better. They know you by name and not just by a seat in the classroom. North Central is giving me the opportunity to be able to have the same education as it would be going to that 4-year, but I can do it at home and I can stay home and still be a mom and work full-time.
Hit him with it, Ski.
Money time has arrived. Western Reserve pulling off a turnover here to kick off the fourth quarter. Excellent third, though, by Western, coming back after they took a big punch in the mouth from Monroeville.
24 points for Monroeville in that quarter to take the lead right back. But once again, a great opening play by Chris Sheldon's group to cut this to 5. Chris Sheldon not happy with that call.
Yeah, very displeased.
It's going to be Munn's 3rd foul.
Isaac drops it through. He's got a 1/4 so far. Kid's been dynamite tonight. You said you were very excited to get a ticket to see this guy. He's definitely made the most of his opportunities. So are the Rough Riders right now. 2 offensive rebounds, keeping the possession alive. Munn's pocket picks, but sometimes when you're good, you get the lucky breaks. Ended up right in the hands of Chris Buchanan.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky, and gives them a chance for 2.
Right off the leg of Schaub into the hands of Chris, who knocks down the first of 2 from the charity stripe.
I want to give a shout out to Mike Sparks.
What up, Mike?
Hosted the Friday night phone board on WQEL.
My dude.
Love listening to that show on the way back to the OH.Report World Headquarters in Mansfield during football and basketball season. They do a great job over there.
Double, triple team almost actually comes on Roeder. Someone had to be open. It was Schaefer underneath. And Isaac, you see, he's just doing such a great job of distributing tonight. Western Reserve throwing the kitchen sink at him, and he's handled it. He's taken tough shots when he's needed to and made most of them. But what I've liked most about his game is that he's getting the ball to the open dude.
One of the most complete players in Monroeville boys basketball history.
Probably the best. I don't think you get too many arguments.
Well, yeah, I don't know the complete history of basketball up here at Monroeville. That's why I said one of the, but I would not be surprised if he is the best just by the way that he has scored and played throughout his career here. Nice pass inside.
Edwards on the receiving end.
Starting to get that backdoor cut. Back to a 1-possession game.
Roeder spins his way out of trouble. Now they come back up top with Schaub. Hankins took it right from him.
10th Monroeville turnover.
Riders got numbers as they do push it ahead. Camden, when you knock down 4 threes, you get that head fake, and Jacob Jarrett way up top. Munns couldn't capitalize with the triple.
This is the player you want to have the ball in his hands in this situation.
And you can see Coach Sheldon wants it out of his hands as often as possible. Klingman turns the corner, excellent fake, drops it off. Schaub puts it home.
5 players with 5+ points now for the Eagles. No, they have a 5-point lead.
Klingman's been getting it done, not scoring tonight, just 5 for him, but being a facilitator. Jarrett trying to clean up his own mess, fouled inside.
The 8th offensive rebound for Western Reserve. That'll be Klingman's first, team 6th, so the Rough Riders in the bonus next foul. That's not an offensive foul.
Jarrett cashes in both. He'll check out for twin bro. I wonder who's older.
Don't look at me.
Mom's sitting back here behind us. Talk to Christy after the game and find out. Because I imagine with all twins, there's got to be some type of
minutes
superiority
few minutes.
complex.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
you see that all
hey,
the
man,
time.
I've got 2 extra minutes on this earth. I know what I'm talking about.
They're going to get Aiden Edwards with the reach. That'll be the 5th on Western Reserve. They still have a foul to give. It's going to be a fun final 5 minutes.
Western Reserve ranked number 3 in Division III in the AP polls, 17-0. Looking for a clean sweep of Monroeville, and they'll get a nice sweep off the leg there of Goodwin.
It's just that pressure defense now. Can Monroeville keep themselves calm in this pressure, or will they break like many other teams that Western Reserve has faced this season?
Munn, step back 3. Hasn't been able to find the range. Push off, fighting for the ball. It's going to go against Camden Hankins. See if we can see it on our replay. Can't tell.
It's going to be the 2nd on Buchanan. And now both teams will be in the bonus next foul. Full court press once again for Western.
Klingman handling against Jarrett. Shook him out of his sneaks, but can't pop the top off this place.
And they said it hit the wire up top, but oh my. A lot of people would have fallen out of their seats if that would have gone in.
Just barely missed it.
John Kuhlman watching from near Atlanta, Georgia tonight. So got pretty much the whole of the continental United States, from Santa Monica down to Georgia, back here to Ohio.
Jarrett in a crowd, steps through a double team.
Yeah, they're going to get a swipe inside. They're going to call it on the shot as well.
Yeah, Burrow's in disbelief.
Right there, that little reach.
And you're right, it is a shooting foul. Jarrett trims it down to a 2-point game.
His 11th point.
The Twins have been excellent tonight. $16 combined for the Jarretts. Klingman had to pick up his bounce.
Trying to get it inside the rotor. He'll stay there, but I'd like to see him maybe get the ball at the top of the point instead of posting up. Let him take this game over from Monroeville because he's been so great tonight.
The problem with that is that they're sending the double team, fire, 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 pretty much every time he gets close to the three-point line. In Upper Sandusky, we're told.
Jennifer Winslow.
What's up, Coach Winslow? She's the real coach behind the scenes. I think a lot of people understand and know that.
Backdoor to Roeder.
Oh,
offensive foul.
Oh, no way. Whoo, what a call. I got to see that again. From our perspective down here on the floor, I certainly thought that this was a perfect play by Roeder, but Jarrett got there just in the nick of time. Oh, what a call.
Remember that play if Western Reserve can pull this off.
Third foul on Isaac Roeder. Team foul number 8. See, he and Klingman awaiting the inbound.
going to be, I said I was going to say this a lot, it's going to be a fun final 3:30.
Help side! Help side! Help side!
Can definitely feel the gravity in the air here inside the building.
It's very humid in here as well.
Edwards can't connect, had a foot out of bounds. So Monroeville's getting the basketball back.
And this is where Monroeville needs to take advantage. Western Reserve, big chance to take the lead. Now Monroeville, if they can get a bucket, get this back out to 3, maybe 4 points, makes you feel a little bit better on the next defensive possession.
Jude shading heavily to make him go left. Now Isaac to the wing. Can't get him the basketball. Now Jimmy with a jab step. Sets up 3 ball on the way. Good one. Not good with that shot. But Burrows. Extra possession here for Monroeville.
We're going to see a timeout from Monroeville. They want to set something up here. And again, I like the timeouts that Coach Roeder has called. Yes, they have the lead, but he knows they need to get a bucket here to keep that momentum.
Full timeout. Dive back into the comments section. What else we got?
Kendra Jackson. Matt is the older Jarrett boy. I'm not sure by how much, though. Thank you, Kendra.
Always love those insider nuggets.
The older one, the scorer of the group, but Jacob, he's the finesse. Plays the defense well, gets the rebounds. They make one complete Jarrett.
I think the elevation of both of their games has put this team in a position to be 17-0 right now in the season. We pretty much knew that Jude was the dude, right? He was going to be the star of the club if they were going to have one.
You meant to say it that way, didn't you?
But who was going to be the other players to step up? Very senior-laden bunch, just one sophomore on the club. All these juniors.
Hankins hitting the 3 tonight. Matt Jarrett, 12 points. Buchanan, again, off the bench. He was big against South Central. He's proving it again tonight with 13. Kendra also watching from Hocking Hills, Ohio. She's Buchanan's #1 supporter, speaking of Chris Buchanan. And that's something Western Reserve will need in the tournament run. Better teams that see themselves into a regional, maybe a state Final Four, they have those players that can come off the bench and help you out, especially if you get one of your guys into foul trouble. It doesn't take that offense away from you.
Rough Riders have about 3 players that are great contributors off the bench. Edwards certainly included in that mix.
Oh, and a turnover.
Coach Sheldon calling for a timeout. He is going to get one. 30-second timeout.
You can cut the pressure with a knife right now in here.
Well, they didn't trust
So
me
tense.
with one in through the door.
That's probably smart.
So we're just going to keep the pressure and the tension in the air. And 1-point game, 2:10 to go.
And this really has a championship game feel to it. The Firelands Championship will certainly be determined here tonight. Does Monroeville and South Central stay alive? Or can Western Reserve get the 2 points necessary here, finish things off, and get a 5th straight outright championship? What a way to start the weekend, Ski. I start my weekends on Thursday night. Yeah.
No place I'd rather be. Fans up on their feet, cheering on their Eagles, trying to will them to victory. There's Buchanan.
Just missed. Monroeville got numbers for a second, but again, Western Reserve able to sprint back. And I don't think Western needs to foul yet. They can play another defensive possession here.
Oh, no question. Just a 1-point game. Play for as long as you can sitting down on defense.
Nice take there by Blake Schaub. It's only Jarrett's second, but the 7th foul. That's a shooting foul, however, but now both teams in the bonus the rest of the way here.
6'4" sophomore, in and out. Still a chance to make this a 2-point game.
Only 2 of 10 from the line tonight. Make it 3, it's 11.
Starting to get down to the wire here. Crunch time of money time. And Western looks a little out of sorts here.
They're looking to get it inside to Buchanan.
Said it'll be Matt Jarrett in the lane. Took the ball. Won't get the bucket, but he'll have 2 free throws and an opportunity to tie things up.
Schaub's third. 1:01 left.
My palms are sweaty just watching.
I wouldn't be able to make free throws in this situation myself.
So Jarrett misses them both, tipped back to Schaub,
and a foul.
So much emotion right now being exuberated by this Monroeville team. In position right now to knock off the number 3 team in the state, keep their dreams alive of being co-champions in the Firelands Conference. What a spot here for the sophomore.
Oh, it missed it.
Wow. Down to the final 50 seconds here inside of the MAC. Jarrett uncorks one. Can't find it through. Buchanan skies. Put back not there. Rotor fouled.
Oh, my.
So many chances for Western Reserve.
And now Isaac Roeder with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Still a 1-and-1 though. And a lane violation. They're going to say Burrows came in after he got the ball, so no free throws.
Coach Roeder desperately in need of an explanation here.
Oh, that's a huge call.
He just kicked our clock camera. So we'll try to get it readjusted. Oh my God, what a bad time for that. I'll walk you through it, folks. 28 seconds to go. Buchanan.
Counted the bucket!
And the foul. So his top fan out there watching. How about this? Swish for the lead. Eagles want a timeout. 21.1 ticks to go. Western Reserve has come back, folks. And so has our clock camera. I don't blame Coach for that kick, though.
No, he was looking for something. He almost went for my foot, but then at the last second went for the table and it bumped our clock. But that's all right. This is a pressure-packed situation. And Chris Buchanan, once again, the hoop and the arm, the free throw.
3 of his 4 points in the game. Ginormous at this point. You know who the Eagles want to get the basketball to. And this is cool that we're sitting right here and I'm watching them draw up the play. Looks simple. Get Isaac the ball and let him go to work.
Well, you're going to be able to explain this well because you see where the play is going to be going. So,
just in case Coach Sheldon is checking his text messages, I won't give anything away so that somebody can tip him off. But they're definitely going to screen down for him.
Oh, stole it away!
With the rip to the other end, and he gets it. Monroeville down to the final 12 seconds. They need to triple the tie.
And a timeout.
The hero of this game could be Jarrett.
Final timeout. A 30-second one.
Here it is, Jacob Jarrett. Almost missed it. But what an incredible steal and bucket.
Well, this is going to go back to that lane violation call, too. Huge call. Whew. But still, 7 seconds left. You know where the ball's going to go to.
Well, and the Eagles, they got multiple sharpshooters out there.
Especially the one standing right in front of me.
Ian Schaefer can knock down threes. Klingman this season has showcased that he's a fine three-point shooter. Good one as well. Here we go for the game, trying to force overtime. They'll start it with Roeder down to 6 seconds. Couple of dribbles, draws a double team. He's going to force it up, and it's going to fly out of bounds. That's going to do it. Western Reserve remains undefeated, 61-58. They squeeze out a win. They will it here on the road to clinch the Firelands Conference Championship outright. We'll talk more about this amazing performance by the Riders, including an interview with our MVP of the game. Drop us a comment on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know who you think should join us.
I know who I think, but we'll let them decide as well.
That's all on the other side. Keep it here.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
It's nice having that one-on-one connection with each one of your instructors because the class sizes are so small. You can have conversations and understand things better. They know you by name and not just by a seat in the classroom. North Central is giving me the opportunity to be able to have the same education as it would be going to that 4-year, but I can do it at home and I can stay home and still be a mom and work full-time.
Twas the night before Super Bowl, and I'm back. Montana and Rice relived their old glory, adding Doritos to the Super Bowl story.
Hey guys, can I play too? No cowboys allowed in here.
Eli Payton, they're up throwing football, snacking on Lays and destroying them walls.
Hey, what are you doing?
When up in the attic, there arose such a clatter, Bradshaw bed is a snack table to shatter.
Oh, nachos.
So happy Super Bowl to all, and don't forget the chips.
You're wrong.
we guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Back here inside of the MAC, I got the winning coach, Chris Sheldon, with me. Boy, what an environment, what a game here tonight. I imagine you wouldn't want it any other way to clinch the Firelands outright.
You know, that's high school basketball at its finest right there. Two basketball teams just slugging it out, packed gym. Nobody can hear anything. You can't even hear Travis half the time. But
for the best.
Well, yeah. I agree, Travis. Not with him, but I like to hear you.
Low blow.
But, you know, that's what it is. And, you know, you love that game in late February, especially, like you said, to clinch it outright with the tournaments right around the corner. That's what that was tonight. You know, you having to get defensive stops with your back against the wall, having to make the right play offensively, having to go come up with extra plays when you win empty. You miss a shot and you found a way to get the ball back. You know, you miss a shot and you found a way to go get another stop. You know, that's how you win in March, and that's how you win a league title. And, you know, couldn't be prouder of my guys. And, you know, in the same token, it doesn't surprise me one bit.
You did tell your guys in the locker room just now after the win, never any doubt. What about this bunch gives you the confidence to know at the end of the game they're going to do what needs to be done to get that dub?
Because that's their mindset. You know, they're in the huddle. They're continuing to talk about the next play. They're not in the huddle complaining about an official's call. They're not in the huddle pouting and hanging their head that they missed a shot. They're not in the huddle hanging that somebody broke down defensively that gave up an easy bucket. They're in the huddle talking about the next play. And that's what winners do. They don't dwell on the negative. They move on to the next play and focus on what they have control over, trying to be optimistic and positive about it, and most importantly, believing in themselves and their teammates. And this group, that's what they are. That's why we're 18-0, and that's why, you know, we win a heck of a ball game against a tremendous basketball team that gave us everything we could handle and then some. So, you know, that's why I believed. That's why there was no doubt. And that's why, you know, we knew at the end of the day, just play 32 and we'll live with the result.
Finally, kid comes off the bench, scores 16 big points, including the game winner for you tonight. Our MVP is going to be Chris Buchanan. What did he bring to the offense and the flow? And then also defensively, to play at the magnitude that he did?
CB, his motor is something you can't coach. You know, guys that are just naturally tough-minded, where they just go 110% all night long, and he doesn't get tired. He doesn't give in to fatigue. It's not that he's not tired. He don't have no off switch. And he's backed it up in 2 very big ball games. And, you know, the kid's been relentless all year for us, and he just, as the only junior in our rotation of a bunch of seniors, he's a kid that has just gained confidence as each month and each week go by, and you see it at its finest. You know, the ironic thing about the kid is last Thursday in our blizzard in 14 inches, his mom sends me a picture. He is in the driveway in a blizzard shooting. He is shooting on his hoop, and, you know, there are not a lot of kids that were probably doing that. And he's backed it up to clinch the league on Monday night with double figures, win it outright tonight with 16. And, you know, that's the way the world works. Has a way of coming back and paying you back in dividends if you approach life with the right mindset. So, kid deserves everything he got tonight, and boy, did we need him.
Yeah, he clearly putting in the work off the court. That's fantastic. That's a great story. Congratulations, Coach Sheldon. Big win here tonight. Firelands Conference champs.
Hey, Bash, if you're listening at home, buddy, I know you were biting your nails, man, and on on the edge of your seat, buddy, but your riders pulled it out, baby. I'll see you tonight when I get home, buddy.
All right, thanks so much for the time. Enjoy the ride back as a champion. Looks like we lost our video signal.
We have audio still, so you're listening to me. So let's take a look at the final stats while we get reset back up with our video, and it's coming up here shortly. But there we go. We're back. So let's take a look at the final stats while we await our MVP. Final score here this evening, 61-58. Monroeville held to only 5 points in the fourth quarter. Western Reserve able to get to make the stops and get the needed points to get the victory. 22 field goals apiece. Monroeville, though, 10 threes to stay in it, despite only shooting 4 of 12 from the free throw line. Then you have that tough play that the referees pulled Roeder and company away from. We'll talk about that later. 14 fouls apiece, rebounds pretty much the same, but it was the threes that kept Monroeville in it. It was the free throws that got the victory for the Rough Riders. But now it's time for our MVP. Momentarily, we'll get to our MVP, which will be Chris Buchanan, the junior forward. There we go. Take it away, Ski.
Back now with our MVP, Chris Buchanan. Boy, what a clutch game you had coming off the bench here tonight. Let's talk first about the game-winning basket in the and one, how that all turned out, and just ultimately knocking down the free throw. Take me through it.
Well, that was nice because the one before that, I missed that wide open one, airballed it, and then I got to come down and make an and one, made the free throw. That was just big in the game. A couple of seconds left, or 20. I think there was 24 seconds left. It was just big. And then Jake come up to steal. It was nice. It was an amazing game.
Talk to me about your engine that you have when you're out on the basketball floor. Coach Sheldon said you just got one mode. It's on all the time. You can't turn it off. What's that feel like when you're out there with your boys just constantly going as hard as you can?
Oh, it's just fun. We have fun. It's amazing. I love it. It's awesome.
Coach also told me you were having some fun during the blizzard. Getting some shots up last week?
Yeah, he told us to go out and shovel, so I went and shoveled my basketball court and got some shots up during the snow. It was fun. Yeah, amazing.
Well, obviously the work paid off here tonight, 16 big points for you, and you clinched the Firelands Conference outright. I imagine that's got to be so much more satisfying than having an opportunity for someone to share it with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's definitely better to have it as ours, and we earned it. We earned it.
So closing out the season, you guys want to stay undefeated, of course. But what do you got to do? What type of mindset does this team need at this point to continue to keep having the success that you've enjoyed?
Just the next game. We got to win the next one. Forget about the past and just win the next one. That's about it.
All right, you had a lot of fans out there watching in the comment section. People were popping off saying that they were proud of you here tonight. If you want to look in that camera and give a shout out to anybody in particular, now's your moment.
I want to shout out my dad and my girlfriend that's watching from home, and my friends and family from home too.
All right, Chris Buchanan, MVP, brought to you by Monroeville Athletic Boosters. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you.
Wow, Ski. I mean, this game was as advertised this evening, with Western Reserve hitting just one more shot at the end. And I know it was funny, Chris Sheldon coming up to me in between our break after the game said, "Oh, we had it all the way. I don't know why you're flustered right now," but that's the mindset of the number 3 team in the state. Just, it don't matter. It may take the last second to get the win, but that's what we're going to do.
He's got overwhelming confidence in his team. Basically, everybody is senior with the exception of our MVP tonight, the lone junior that really gets into the mix. So these are guys that are tested, they're proven, and they showed it again here tonight. What a showcase in the fourth quarter by the Rough Riders to just maintain their poise, not get too high or too low, and then at the end, leave no doubt. That's exactly what Chris said, and I believe him when he says that about this group. They just all, have confidence in one another. This is a true team, a real unit, and a family, and it's paying off for them, 18-0.
Yeah, and still a couple games left to get ready for their tournament. Tournament time. They are, I believe, going to face the winner of Crestline and St. Paul. But let's wrap it up from here. I know everybody wants to get out of here, get back to Mansfield, so take it away, Steve.
Yeah, I just want to thank Monroeville Athletic Boosters and Stacy for getting us out here tonight. Such generous sponsors for them, and we got a heck of a game, so I'm sure these are going to be memories, even on the losing end for some of these Eagles. A lot of fun performances, just a really great night of basketball. North Central State College, Frito Lay, and then the Freedom Festival, Ohio, which I look forward to going to, see some country jams this summer. All great sponsors of ours that allow us to bring it to you live and free. Storm Blunchley was on the camera tonight. Adam Thompson helps make all the graphics. Jory Hollenbeck puts together the commercials. My name's Brian for Travis saying so long from the MAC.